Hey guys, Jeff Case here. I was watching a Merle Haggard video on YouTube the other day with Red Volkart on the guitar, love Red, and he was doing the song Swingin' Doors, and I started playing along with it. It was in the key of F. Let's do it like this. That was a really, really bad F. And I started just playing along, and this is like kind of what came out, and I thought to myself, like, man, this is a good idea as a teaching tool for how to play over the changes. We've got an F, a B flat, and a C chord, and we have a whole bunch of like approaching tones. So like, it's almost like a walking bass line, but it's on high strings. And I'm gonna go over how you approach things and you draw the ear into anticipating a new chord. So we're just gonna jump into it. So let's go, I guess, right? You want to go? Let's just go. So I'm just going to throw out the vibe of the song real quick, and you're going to have to hear me try to sing. I don't like doing that, but I think it'll help if you're trying to like understand the vibe of it. So it's in the key of F, and like usually if I have to play a tune in the key of F, I do one of two things. Either I change it to the key of E because it's a lot easier to play, or I don't want to play an F down here and do all this kind of stuff down here, like it's hard to do down here. It's not hard, but it's harder. So what I do is instead of playing my F here, I slide it up to here. So we're going to be playing out of the F here for today. So how it would go is like, if you imagine an F chord like this. Well, I got swinging doors, a jukebox, and a bar stool. And my new home has a flashing neon sign. You play a C major like this, or like this, or like this. Stop by and see me anytime you want to. 'Cause I'm always here at home till closing time. Anyway, so let's zoom in to right about here. Alright, so what I'm imagining here is an F like this. And a lot of people just play this as an arpeggio. But what I'm thinking of is the chord here. And I'm starting on our F here, and I'm like walking up into our next like chord note. I'm going, and then I'm grabbing the F up top as this is held down. And then I did. Now this is also kind of like what, if you play rockabilly, you probably have played like a lick that's kind of like this, right? Right? So that actually is a part of a huge thing here, where like you could go. Not to jump around for too much, but yeah, that is, if you look at the highest note, it's playing all the same notes, and I'm just harmonizing it. And then I did like a from our F as like a D shape, but it's an F, and it's part of this too. And then I was using the F here, and then like these two notes from our F major scale. And then since I'm already on this, I use this as a like a bass walk up almost, and it gets us into our B flat chord. And I'm just like climbing up that scale, throwing in a flat 3 here. That's part of our B flat scale. And I have some videos on that if you want to check them out. I'll put some links in the description. So we got into our B flat. We're going to approach it. Make it into a dominant like 7 kind of deal, and it becomes a B flat dominant 7, right? Because here's a B flat, here's a B flat, and we got, so like that's a B flat like major, and here's a dominant 7, same as like a D major and like a D7. Then I do like an F lick, because you could play like F pentatonics over this entire progression and it's going to sound good. So I did an F lick. So this thing here is like doing like when you got an F as like a bar chord, right? And you do like a country bend thing, like where you're gonna like have a triad, and you take this one and move it a whole step down and give it a bend. Well, these notes are the same thing as this, so we're doing the same thing. F dominant 7, and how is that an F dominant 7? You may ask, right? Well, if you think about it, like here's my F, here's my 1 and my major 3, and here's my flat 7 right here. Same note as this, right? When you play a big like a bar chord as a dominant like 7 chord. So we got a 1, 3, flat 7 here. And then that, I'm gonna take that and drop it a half step, right? And walk it up to my C major chord. Same kind of climb. And then from here, I'll just do an F lick. Here's a cool one. From an F bar chord, you take on your G string, you go up a half step, right? And you give it a whole bend, and then you're playing. Since you're giving it a bend, you're bending it up to the 5, and you're playing the flat 7 here. Come down on my F. Do a hammer on like a blues thing. Chromatic. More chromatic. And here is a B flat chord, right? Because here's your B on fret 12. Here's a B flat. It's like doing same as our F shape, right? And we're doing a climb again. And then we do our F lick again. So after that, so this is an F lick again. If you imagine like an F arpeggio. 1 3 5 1 3 5. Here's a flat 3 to a major 3. And that implies C major. It's like hearing. And then we'll go back to here. So it'll be like. And then we're back in a pentatonic box on F. And this bend is the same as this bend. Same actually lick. It's the exact same lick. And then we're walking down a minor pentatonic box scale. So when you're doing all these approaches, how it's like climbing, it's almost like you're existing a tiny bit into the future, right? Because I'm anticipating the new chord it's like about to happen, right? Here's our F. And I'm anticipating for when the B flat comes. So I'm going to start to initiate that sequence like a tiny bit early, right? Still on F. Still on F. Now I'm on my B flat. So all this is like I'm anticipating that change into a B flat. Now I'm gonna anticipate our C major chord. Then it happens, right? So that's happening all the time. So after you practice that kind of stuff, like for a while, it becomes like super easy. But like, I would imagine, like if you're just starting out on this, it might be like a bit challenging, but you just have to be like aware of when the changes are going to happen. Like from an F chord, you have to be like aware when the change into your B flat happens. And then you're going to go back to the F. And I know C major's coming up right now. And you're going to anticipate that and start to like climb up to it a tiny bit early. So it's almost like what a bass player would do as like a walking bass line, right? It kind of like draws your ear into the new chord. And as like someone who's just like sitting there like listening to it, it's like, it sounds really good because it's like, man, it seems like they know what they're doing, right? Which I think we do, but like it sounds more like sophisticated, I guess. I mean, I personally just like, I love that sound, so I do it all the time. I probably overdo it, but I don't really care because that's how I play. So it's a cool thing to learn, though. So there's also this one here where you're on C major. The F doesn't happen till here. It's when you hit that high F. So all of this is over C major. C, 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 C. And now we're on our F. Right there is where we hit our F chord. So even that like pentatonic F lick is all over C major, and then there comes our F chord. Right? And then our B flat again. And you could go. Or. So like, and also like with any of these things, you don't have to play like exactly what I'm putting on here. Like, if you're gonna go, say like we start out on our F. You don't have to climb up. You can make up your own like flurry of notes over a B flat chord. You know, like you could do anything you want. If you're gonna like change a chord, like let's pretend here's our F that we start on. We go to our B flat. Like, you don't have to do that climb. You could do something like this. You know, like it's like perfectly acceptable over a B flat chord. Anything you want, you know, like anything that you want, as long as you are able to transition in between chords and into like the next chord change, right? Like, here's your F again. C major, like, right? I did. And there's your F again. Right? If I can grab it. So as long as you understand what the changes are, you can throw in all of your own licks, which is awesome, and you can create all kinds of new music. Well, that's going to be it for today. Guys, I wanted to throw this out there because I think it was a great idea as a teaching tool for how to play over changes. And this is the kind of stuff that I talk about on my Patreon. So if you want a ton of this stuff with like super long videos explaining everything, head over to my Patreon. It's 6-string Twangin, same name. And I'm doing all this like way more broken down stuff. And I'll see you guys next time, and you just keep on picking. you.